This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Welcome back to Chapter 3 of our series, Video Content Creation, From Idea to Upload. In this episode, titled Equipment, What You Actually Need, Less Than You Think, we're going to break down the essential gear for video production and help you figure out what you really need to get started. So, whether you're on a tight budget or just looking to streamline your setup, let's dive in. A Hollywood film was nominated for an Oscar after being shot on 3 old iPhones and a couple of cheap accessories. So here's the paradox. The internet keeps telling you to upgrade your gear, while real pros are quietly making magic with tools you probably already own. Here's the twist. The gear arms race doesn't just drain your wallet, it quietly delays your creativity. You tell yourself, I'll start when I get that camera, that lens, that light, and suddenly months pass with no footage, only wish lists. Meanwhile, creators with worse setups are publishing weekly, learning from every imperfect video, and actually building an audience. The truth is, most viewers can't tell the difference between a $700 setup and a $7,000 one, but they instantly notice bad sound, confusing framing, or flat, unmotivated lighting. That's good news for you, because those are technique problems, not budget problems. In this episode, we'll zoom in on the tiny set of tools that covers almost everything you want to make, and how to squeeze professional results out of them before you even think about upgrading. So instead of scrolling reviews for the perfect setup, we're going to treat your gear like a small, focused toolkit. One camera, one mic, one light strategy, one way to keep things steady. Think of this episode as laying out those tools on the table and deciding what each one actually has to do for you. We'll look at how pros quietly lean on sub-$2,000 mirrorless bodies, why a $60 mic can instantly lift your sound into trustworthy territory, and how simple window light plus a cheap stand can mimic what you see in polished interviews and talking head videos. Think of this section as walking through a minimalist gear list, but with pro-level intent behind every choice. Start with your capture device. Whether it's a smartphone or a mirrorless body, you're aiming for control, not prestige. Turn off full auto. Lock your exposure so brightness doesn't pump when you move. Lock white balance so your skin doesn't drift from warm to blue between cuts. Set your frame rate and shutter once and leave them. 24 or 30 frames per second, shutter around double that number. That's it. This alone makes your footage feel deliberate instead of home video. Next, stabilization. A basic tripod does more for perceived quality than a fancy camera on shaky hands. If you move on purpose. Slow push-ins by gently sliding the tripod or a simple pan to reveal information. Monopods and cheap shoulder rigs are fine, but don't underestimate rock-solid static shots. Most news segments and interview docs live on locked-off frames for a reason. Your viewer focuses on story, not motion. Lighting is your secret weapon. Start with one direction of light, not brightness everywhere. Turn off overhead fixtures that cast eye bags. Face a window, then rotate your body until one side of your face is slightly brighter. If you add a light, don't blast it straight on. Raise it, angle it, and soften it with a $5 white shower curtain or baking parchment clipped in front. You're sculpting shape, not chasing lumens. Audio. That tiny jump from built-in to a small on-camera or lav mic is where people suddenly perceive professional. Keep the mic as close as the frame allows, away from fans and traffic. Monitor with cheap wired earbuds while you record. You'll hear hums and rustles before they ruin takes. Finally, software. Use what's free or already on your machine. DaVinci Resolve, iMovie, CapCut, VN. Learn 3 things deeply: clean cuts, simple audio leveling, and basic color correction, exposure, contrast, white balance. Mastering those matters far more than buying plugins you barely touch. All of this is about squeezing every drop from what's in your bag today, so upgrades become choices, not excuses. Think of your setup like a tiny home clinic. You're not building a hospital, you're stocking just enough medicine to treat 90% of the problems you'll actually face. Flickering light? Your cure is a cheap LED you can dim, or a lamp bounced off a wall. Background too busy? Rearrange furniture, add one plant, blur slightly in post. That's interior design, not a shopping list. Here's what this looks like in real life. A fitness creator films all their workouts in one corner of a bedroom, same wall, same mat, one lamp bounced into the ceiling. The variety comes from angles and pacing, not gadgets. A language tutor runs a whole business from a laptop webcam, but upgrades the chair, background, and sound treatment, pillows behind the camera, blanket on the desk. A local cafe promotes itself with vertical videos shot at opening time, when window light is soft and the espresso machine is the soundtrack. In each case, the clever constraint is, how good can I make this look without buying anything new? Forget the upgrade carousel. Your future kit is mostly software. As phones learn to relight faces and fake bokeh in real time, your role shifts from technician to director, deciding why a shot feels a certain way, not wrestling with how to achieve it. Lightweight LEDs, USB-C batteries, and phone-based multicam streaming mean you can treat locations like pop-up studios. The constraint won't be gear, but judgment, what not to turn on, enhance, or broadcast. Your challenge this week: lock in one good enough setup and reuse it for 3 different videos. Same spot, same framing, same basic settings. Change only your story or performance. Treat it like cooking 3 different meals from the same pantry. By the 3rd video, notice how your attention shifts from fiddling with tools to shaping the experience on screen. This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. This series continues with more chapters on OwlUp.co. Visit OwlUp.co to access the complete course and continue your learning journey. See you there!